I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
That's Lavi.
And Salty and Chip.
And we've got another Patreon pick, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, God. We're also got another computer to buy very soon.
Yes, I'll set my
Withstand the Fall of Time by the band
Patreon
IMMORTAL.
Pick, right?
Yeah, this is from the True Cult.
Yep. Here you are. This is them.
So, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a black metal band, probably.
So if people are...
This is like a Blackfire slash...
Yeah, black. Yeah. I think it was, yeah. If people are like, want to join this, how do they find them?
So vinandsori.com, there is a separate place where you can become part of this group. I think the easiest way is facebook.com/Vin and Sori, and then you'll be able to get to Damon Sage is the leader of the True Cult black metal group.
So if you're a patron, if you're on Patreon and you're a patron, your points, the money that you donate transfers to points, and then the points go toward picking the song that you're interested in. So everybody kind of groups together and then picks the song that they're interested in. So
there's that group. There's the Sin and Glory group headed up by Chris Culp and Pony.
Yeah.
You look for them. There's another group as well. We've got to get all the group. If you're a group leader, if you're an alliance leader, please email me. You don't necessarily have to be a patron to be part of an alliance. It's just that, obviously, you don't have any points that get counted toward a vote. So...
Wouldn't that make it more confusing for the people doing the counting?
Well, no, because usually what happens is they'll send me a spreadsheet of how many points each person earns, and then I validate it through Patreon. So they already know.
All right.
So, so there you go. We probably should shoot a Patreon video soon. We keep talking about it. We never do.
I know.
All right, guys. Withstand the Fall of Time by IMMORTAL.
Go.
Eternity, a time to say, still eternally. eternity and time the same. Still eternally untouched.
Huh. So that's Immortal.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think?
I can't get past the vocal style of that type of music. Like it all has like that certain sound that I just can't like get into. But the sound like of the instruments and stuff, I actually liked some of the rhythms and patterns that it took. What?
Yeah, no, the instrumentation was top notch.
Yeah, I really liked that. Do you like that vocal style, or you can't
I feel
get
like
into
that
it
vocal style is lazy. It feels lazy to me. Because like sometimes we'd be like, this guy's like, yeah, move.
That reminded me of one of the characters on Sesame Street, but I don't remember which one it was. He was kind of like,
it's like hardening claws of cold. Tell me we're closer to colder times.
I don't know what we were singing about either. Like when I kind of
Well, it's the name of the record is called Heart of Winter. At the Heart of Winter, and then there's this song is the first one, then Solar Fall, Tragedies, Where Dark and Light Don't Differ, At the Heart of Winter, Years of Silent Sorrow. So it looks like everything got cleared out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, guys!
That's Johan.
Oh my gosh. Every single time.
Okay. Why did I laugh? I didn't laugh. I'm annoyed that you stuck your finger in that hole that they fixed. You shouldn't have touched it. It was not yours to touch. These people are working. Now they have to come back and redo that. That hole that they fixed in her room, she friggin' pushed her finger into it and dented it in
Who is
two
she?
spots. Zoe. I'm like, Zoe, why would you touch that? And you know what? It's 2 spots, so she did it twice. Oh, it's been going the whole time? Yeah, nice outtake.
So it seems like this is like the planet after like some sort of winter, whether it be like a nuclear winter or like, you know.
It seems like people like singing about that.
What?
Like the world after like some event that's like...
Post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's withstand the fall of time, so it's like, you know, like this is the first song on that track. So I guess it's just introducing...
The fall of time?
Yeah.
That's an interesting thought too, huh?
Why?
Well, usually it's like the fall of the world, or like the sun falls, but this is saying time.
Well, it says here...
Fall of time.
Well, it says here, somewhere talking about the sun.
Yep.
Flaming suns crested the horizon.
Wow.
It's like the sun's burning out. And if that's the case, how could you measure time after that?
Flaming suns, so more than one.
Yeah, so this is maybe some other planet. I used to read these science fiction books when I was a kid, and like, it's funny because I really didn't like science fiction. But I'd read these like science fiction short stories where you'd be on this planet or whatever, and cool stuff would happen or whatever. And like this kind of stuff reminds me of those books. These little, books like that you could read in half an hour.
Oh, okay,
50 pages or whatever. But like, it was cool stuff. And for a while, I got to go on the different planet and whatever and all that shit. So it's like
that's
one of these.
interesting. I don't picture you reading something like that.
Well, yeah, I was out of.
How old were you? 8?
Yeah, I ran out of my Encyclopedia Brown books.
Okay, I knew there was something here that didn't make sense.
But I genuinely liked the book though. It was fun and it was exciting and whatever. I just couldn't deal with like. There were other sci-fi books that were like 7 trillion pages and describing like a molecule and all that shit.
Yeah.
And
You were like, nah.
but like it'd be stuff like this where you would be on another planet and you'd have like 5 moons and then like the thing was gonna crash. The a comet was gonna destroy your planet and you had to.
Johan would like some books like that.
It was one of those choose your destiny books. Like, do you jump on planet 1 or jump on planet 2? And
no, I never did a book like that.
That was like, you jumped on planet 1 and then you looked longingly into the eyes of your friend as you both disintegrated into ash and blah, 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 and you became part of the galaxy again or whatever. So, it was one of those situations where
I didn't even know books like that existed. This year, last year, during school with the kids, I found a history book like that. It's actually pretty cool.
What, a history choose your destiny book?
Yeah. So you would pick like, are you going to be like a woman in the? I can't remember I think it was Roman times, like a woman in that, and like then she had to make the choice, like.
Golly.
Except she got to a point where she had the option to poison her husband.
Yeah, I feel like this band lyrically the lyrics are beautiful, and sonically it was great. Vocally it was terrible.
I can't,
But you do like death vocals, like Nebula Viscaris, for example. Zen has
No. There's a different. Now this is going to be offensive, guys, but it's like Cookie Monster death vocals. It's kind of.
Well, that's what they call it.
They do?
Yeah. It's called Cookie. People basically.
Well, I feel like that would be insulting. If that was what my thing, I would want him to call it.
But Zen, you don't think Zen has Cookie Monster death vocals?
I didn't think so, but. I mean, maybe if I heard it again. His was different. Like, it didn't feel like that. So, and maybe it was because everything else was very artistic in their... I'm not sure.
What do you mean? Oh, you mean Nebula Viscaris? But, like, these guys...
I'm not sure.
These guys... I think they're probably... They seem to me like the most technical black metal band we've listened to as far as the guitar work.
Yes.
The guitar work is badass. Like,
yeah.
For black metal?
Yeah. No, I would agree with that.
And, go ahead.
But I was just thinking about Neo, and I'm like, well, were they? And then
Neo
I'm like,
is...
Nebula Viscaris.
They're prog, though.
But, right. So why did you bring him up as far as the vocals?
Well, his vocal style is, it's rah.
Yeah, it's not the same to me.
It's not the same.
Yeah, these people are definitely, from what I can remember, the best guitar playing.
Yeah, that's my favorite guitar playing for black metal.
Yeah.
Part of me feels like this could have been an instrumental.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Some of it was very, very nice.
Yeah, like just take us on the journey instrumentally. Like the vocals, I don't know. I was just like, I felt like, you know what I felt like? I felt like they had the vocals be all crappy so that they could retain their black metal street cred. Because in black metal, you're not supposed to be produced well. You're not, you're not supposed to be overproduced or whatever. And you're supposed to have like, and then people are supposed to go, this sounds like shit. Yeah. And then people are going to go, that's because it's not meant for people like you, foolish mortal. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it seemed like an identity crisis to me. It's like,
I'm really gifted, so
yeah,
you have to express that.
The guitar stuff was just like really. I really love the guitar.
I bet they have an instrumental where there's no vocals in it.
Inshallah. But I'm not even saying that the vocalist is bad because I haven't even heard his range. It just felt like even the production and mixing, they're like, we don't care about the vocals. We'll just, whatever and underproduce it and whatever. But like the guitar parts were amazing. I really liked them. I really enjoyed them. They took me someplace, especially like in the middle. Like when I was reading I was in the middle and I was reading the lyrics again, it like kind of brought me back to my childhood when I was reading that sci-fi story. It was very interesting.
That's cute.
Like, the whole, it's interesting when you think about black metal because it's like, oh, it's about the devil, blah, blah, blah. But there's a lot of these bands that have like different topics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is like,
They're not so limited.
Yeah, it's like, what if we lived on a planet where...
I mean, how many things can you say about the devil anyway?
It's
honestly.
True. I agree.
And there's lots of things that you can say about God. He's so complex.
Well, the other thing is, like, you have to really know your Bible to know the intricacies of the devil.
Yes.
So Nergal, he can talk shit about the devil and over a long period of time, maybe even Danny Filth. But, like,
But your average person.
Your average person, and I don't mean atheist. I just mean person. Period.
Even claiming Christian.
Yeah, the average person. There's a lot of nuances and shit to the devil. A lot of people don't realize because whatever. So yeah, I agree. But like, but it's interesting because you can still talk about dark themes. Darker and darker skylines of red grew my horizon. On the edge of my vision, a giant, grim-faced realm, flaming suns crested the horizon. Shadows born a cloudless day, believers of the rise and set of the moon, darken twilight into night.
Where, can you go over believers of the what?
Believers of the rise and set of the moon, darken twilight into night.
Wow.
Hardening claws of cold tell me we're closer to colder times. Through the days of bitterness, still the tundra lay untouched. In the final of that day and all centuries after, in eternity and time the same, still the tundra lay untouched. Blacker and blacker, blinded by shades from centuries behind, shadows of a dark that used to be under heavy winter's rain. The blackening sky never ends as we stand the fall of time. Yet winds of cold will always blow without tomorrow.
Wait, what?
Yep. Winds of cold will always blow without tomorrow. Because again, I'm assuming that this is about like the destruction of the suns, plural. And if you destroy the sun, but the winds are still blowing, but because again, there's no way to measure time, there is no tomorrow.
Oh.
So like, it's almost like the Bible talks about like the eternal hills or whatever. It's almost like saying like nature is eternal and it's gonna keep going after the death of the sun. Life keeps going, and of course we don't believe that we're ever going to be in a situation like that. But like, I wonder what it would look like. I bet it would look extremely beautiful
after.
Yeah, like all that freezing and cold and whatever, but you wouldn't be able to see anything because everything's dark. There's no sun.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? You'd have to have like a flashlight or whatever.
That's true.
I heard somebody was like trying to describe hell, and he described hell like this.
Really?
Yeah,
Frozen?
He went the opposite way of like being extremely cold and dark. So there is like outer darkness as a metaphor for hell, but there's never a cold thingy for hell.
No, but like dry ice?
Yeah.
That burns.
Right. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah. I mean, getting frostbite burns. I got frostbite that one time I was running. Oh my god.
That was terrible, honey.
Oh, that hurt so bad, and then it was tingly.
And sometimes you are such a badass, it's so bad for your health.
It was tingly right here.
It was freezing cold outside, and the wind was blowing so hard. Like, it was one of those days, like when you walk outside, like it already feels like Jack Frost is like biting at your cheeks. It was really, really cold. I showed up to his place, and he was up in the bathroom. Can I say this?
Oh yeah.
I could hear him like, ah. I said, what is happening?
Yes.
I came up. He was just going. He had gone out running. Couple miles of run, no gloves, nothing. He thought that his hands were going to be fine. They were like, he frostbit those suckers, and then you came in and put them in water, right? Which you're not supposed to put them in hot water.
Ice hot water. I was like, fuck! And it wouldn't stop.
Yeah, it was bad. I felt so bad.
Oh my god.
And he was just going like this. You were just going like this.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad for you because I wanted to like touch your hands, but I knew that they were.
I put my hands down, like
yeah,
blood would come down.
Oh my god, it was so bad.
It was terrible.
I felt so bad. I was glad that.
And then she goes, yeah, my dad had one of these situations. He never got feeling back in his hands. I was like, what the fuck? Like horrified. What the fuck? Like, why would you say something like that to me? So I could definitely see like how that could be.
He did. He got the feeling back in his hands.
Yeah, eventually. Yeah. It took me a good 2 months.
Yeah.
Before I said, hey, I can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god, that was a disaster.
Yeah.
What
It's cute because I remember you said like that you were praying that I would show up.
Oh yeah. That's all. That's all. I was in trouble.
You know what I did after that? I went to the store and bought him some nice gloves, perfect for running.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, if there's not some nice gloves there, he'll friggin' do this again.
Yeah, I would have. Then I injured my shin.
Yep.
And that was the end of that.
And now,
the gods were against me.
And now we're flat.
Hard me. You can't go. You can go out for a run if you like.
Yeah, but I like going with you.
But yeah, that would be a crazy world to live in, like that cold and dark and shit. Like I can definitely see that would be like hellish.
Oh, yeah.
Be definitely hellish. Good lord.
Like Alaska. Like it would be worse than Alaska.
Well,
You know,
Alaska is not like a big frozen mass.
No, but there's like the
lots of-
suicide rates are high there. There's a lot of darkness.
when it gets all dark, like the 6 months of darkness.
Right, but at least you have 6 months of light.
Right,
you know,
right,
but
right,
this is like forever. Oh my god.
This says in eternity and time the same. So like eternity and time are melding because there's no way to account for time. And then still the tundra lay untouched.
Yeah.
So it's like there's no life there. It's just cold and
Just
freezing.
stayed like that.
It's insane. All right. Yeah. Well, on that uplifting note, what do you give the song?
Honestly, I was between a 7 and an 8.
Me too. What do you give it?
7.5.
It's an 8 for me. I felt like the guitar work was great. I felt the lyrics were great. I felt like this could have been a really classic song for us, Vin and Sori wise, but I couldn't get over the vocals. And it's not that we have a problem with death vocals or even like shrill vocals. I just felt like the guy was lazy.
Yeah.
It just felt lazy to me. There's no passion in the song, and this is a really passionate.
That's what I was gonna say. Is I didn't feel anything.
It's just dispassionate, and like the lyrics here are so amazing and beautiful. Like I don't know if this guy is the one that wrote the lyrics, but the lyrics were amazing. The musical piece was amazing.
Yeah.
So it's like it's very disappointing that they. I just felt like they did this vocally to earn their black metal street cred. So, but I love the song. I thought it was great. Very good song. All right, so I gave it an 8. What'd you give it?
7.5.
All right. Vin out.
Sori out.
Gone.
In the final of the day, and all centuries offer, in eternity and time the same, still the turn will